710 ESPN Seattle presents Brock and Salk's Wrap-Up.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Well, we've been very clear, Brock, that the Seahawks need that franchise quarterback this offseason. We talked to somebody with fantastic credentials today who says they can put that off a year. Can they? That's next. To us, it seems very obvious. It's time to find the franchise quarterback. The defense is at that level. The rest of the offense is at a point and built around Marshawn Lynch. If you can re-sign him, it's time to find the franchise quarterback this offseason after passing on that the last couple, right? You didn't delve in with Carson Palmer or Kevin Cobb this year. You didn't trade up a few years ago for Mark Sanchez. They haven't pulled the trigger yet on a franchise quarterback. But is it time to do so now? I still think so, regardless of what Joe Theismann says.
I agree. And Joe Theismann, the reason for this conversation today, Theismann said to us, Tavares Jackson, he did some nice things. The Pete's building a great defense. And just wait, maybe Matt Barkley's in that next draft class. And I don't think this is one of those situations, and you make this point many times, that we're too close to it. Sometimes when you're too close to something, you don't have all the objectivity. I don't think that's the case here. I think we were real close to it the last couple years and have watched this and watched it week to week to week. And it's a good team. And Joe Theismann's right. They built some really good components, a wonderful defense. They found people like a Doug Baldwin and some of the players that have really emerged through their drafts. But now you need your quarterback. In this draft class, you need your quarterback. I know why John Schneider's been all over the country, many of the same places I've been. They're looking at one. This is a deep class. I would be shocked if they don't pull the trigger very early in this draft on a quarterback prospect.
You got to eventually pull that trigger. I mean, you talk about Tim Tebow, right, and the John Elway pulled the trigger. Well, the same has got to be true for the Seahawks brass. They've waited and waited and waited, and that's fine. And it looks like they've done that appropriately, but you can't wait forever, especially now that they fixed all the other holes that were around the quarterback position, or at least many of them. They're not a perfect team outside of quarterback, but with Tavares, he's not going to lead a 1-15 team. He's too good a player for that. Yeah. Matt Barkley's not going to be a possibility, not with everything else that's on this team. In all likelihood, you come back with him and the rest of this team next year, maybe you squeak into the playoffs at 9-7, maybe you just miss it at 7-9, but you're somewhere in that range based on what you've got. That's not going to find you any more of a franchise quarterback than you've got an option to find this year, so why put that off another year?
I agree. And there's also a guy by the name of Matt Flynn that's not even a draft pick, just resources, and I think he's on the table as well.